Hello, my dear listeners. My name is Kishore Ganesh, and in this episode of the Vocal About Visuals podcast, I will be sharing my thoughts on Marvel's Disney Plus miniseries, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Right off the bat, let me tell you that the best part of this narrative is the arc of how the Falcon becomes Captain America. I mean, that's not even a spoiler. That's pretty old news out here in our world and was pretty strongly alluded to in Avengers Endgame. Not just this, but Falcon became Captain America in the comics back in 2015 itself. So apologies if this is a spoiler, but honestly, the quote-unquote how is what it is all about. Anthony Mackie reprises the role of the Falcon and plays it convincingly. In this role, he's required to showcase a lot of self-doubt, reflection, basically a lot of internal stuff. And at the same time, he has to be this swashbuckling, high-flying Avenger, who has to go out there, save the world, and look cool when he does it. And I think he does it quite well. That said, at no point does the writing give him the scope to fly too high and excel, and honestly, neither does the writing do this itself. The main storyline of the series is about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier teaming up together to stop the Flag Smashers, a revolutionary/terrorist organization that is made up of a bunch of superhumans led by a young woman. Now, the real world issue that is brought into the Marvel world here is that of the global refugee crisis, and the Flag Smashers are themselves people who have been made refugees in the quote-unquote post-blip world. A promising premise, but honestly, on screen, it is not very compelling or very good. And considering the majority of the series revolves around this aspect of the story, the end product is one that is definitely not bad, but not one that soars like some of the other Marvel stories/movies/series have soared in the past. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is a 60 to 70% show, if that makes sense. Speaking of the Winter Soldier, honestly, he's wasted here. He was wasted in the Captain America and Avenger movies too, but I was hoping that we will see more of the character and he will get to do more things in a series that has his name in the title, but unfortunately, that doesn't happen. And the part that is really annoying is how underpowered his character is showcased to be. I mean, this guy is a super soldier, just like Cap, but in this series, he seems to be weaker or say less effective than the Falcon, who mind you is a normal human. And not just that, he seems even less effective than Sharon Carter, who is a SHIELD agent and not even an Avenger. I hope one of two things happen in the future. Bucky, aka the Winter Soldier, is written better and gets to do things that are more substantial than what he does here, or better yet, if there is nothing interesting that can be told via the Winter Soldier character, then maybe just skip the character altogether and focus on the Falcon, or should I say Captain America. Just a thought. That's that about the writing. Moving on to the performances, without spoiling any of the character reveals, I should say that they are all as good as the writing allows them to be. The standard performances are from Anthony Mackie, the lady who plays his sister, Adepero Oduye, and Erin Kellyman, who plays the character of Carly Morgenthau. That said, the best of all the performances, in my opinion, and my favorite, is Carl Lumbly, who plays the character of Isaiah Bradley. The man has straight up killed it. Now, moving on to some of the good things that the Falcon and the Winter Soldier does. First up, we have the bold addressal of the race issues in the USA, which, mind you, is applicable, if that's the right word, to minority issues in many, many parts of the world. When you boldly discuss societal issues in properties that are as mainstream and popular as the Marvel properties, a large portion of the world not only watches it, but becomes aware of what is happening in the US and at home. The scene where Falcon, aka Captain America, is forced to produce identification by the cops for just standing and talking in a street is truly powerful and one of several well-written scenes throughout the series. The next good point of note is that as much as the refugee angle was confusedly handled in the series, the monologue by Captain America in the final episode of the season is one which is clear, direct, and relevant to the times that we are living in. And finally, an important theme that was visible throughout the series is the disdain to supremacy of any kind and the metaphors and analogies used to explain why supremacist ideals are always toxic. Kudos to the writers for that. On the whole, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is something you can definitely watch if you're looking for some decent/middling content. However, it becomes a must watch if you are a Marvel fan because of the universe it is housed in. Once again, my name is Kishore Ganesh. This is the Vocal About Visuals podcast, and thank you, my dear listeners, for your time and for listening.